Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all to the ScienceNest YouTube channel. Today, I am going to explain the answers for GCE O-Level Practice Test 2019 paper. First question: Standard International Unit of Moment of Force is Newton meter. Answer number 3. It is because the moment is measuring by multiplying the force with the distance. Yeah, I'm going to write the equation to find the moment. This is the equation for the moment. Force is measuring from Newton. This perpendicular distance is measuring from meters. So the unit of moment is Newton meters. Which of the following adaptation shown by the Nagadharana said to disperse by animals? Here the answer number 2 is correct because it has hooks. Because of the hooks, it can spread by animals by connecting with the animals' bodies. The derivative of ethene that used in PVC production is chloroethene. Answer number 3. A disease caused by infection of inner mucus layer of stomach is answer 3. Gastritis. Inner mucus layer of the stomach is infecting and all that disease is causing. Fifth one, and these parts should name: X is the mitochondria, Y is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Near the nucleus, there are the endoplasmic reticulum. Answer number 4. Question number 6. An artificial polymer with crosslinks is answer number 4. Vulcanized rubber. Rubber is vulcanizing by adding sulfur into that. Sulfur is making crosslinks in between the linear rubber structures, linear rubber polymer. In between those linear things, in between them, there are the crosslinks made by sulfur. But normally, rubber is a natural one. Vulcanizing is doing artificially. That's why here we are selecting answer 4. What is the momentum of an object of mass 500 gram moving in a velocity of 10 ms minus 1? Momentum is easily finding by multiplying the mass with the velocity. Okay, the answer is 500 grams. Always here we have to substitute the mass from kilograms. So divide it from 1000 and multiply it with 10 and take the answer. Number 1. Answer number 1. 5 kilograms ms minus 1. Which graph present a motion of positive acceleration? Here in the first one, these are displacement time graphs. In first one, you can see in all these places the velocity is equal because the gradient is same in all throughout the graph. So gradient equal means velocity is equal. It shows a uniform velocity. This one also shows a uniform velocity into the other direction because that velocity is a negative one. That means that velocity is to the next direction. Anyway, the gradient is equal, so the velocity always equal. But here you can see this slope is increasing gradually. Slope means the gradient. Gradient is increasing gradually. Velocity is increasing gradually. That means there's a positive acceleration. So answer number 3 is correct one. Here in fourth one you can see slope is decreasing gradually. That means the velocity is decreasing gradually. It's a negative acceleration. Answer 3 is the correct answer. AB is a molecule with covalent bonds. According to the given Lewis structure, which statement is correct regarding the electronegativity of A and B? Here you can see around A, that means in outer energy level of A contain only one electron. that electron has contributed to this bond. In the periodic table part, we know in that the hydrogen has only one electron. So A should be hydrogen, but near the B, around the B, we'll see how many electrons are in outer energy level of B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 electrons are there. If there are 7 electrons in the outer energy level, we can't find out what is that directly, but we can find the group directly by counting the number of electrons in outer energy level. Then it has 7 electrons, that means it is in group 7. By number of electrons in outer energy level, we can predict the group of that. This is in group 7. We know the group 7 elements have the highest electronegativity, so answer 3 is the correct one. 10. Part of energy is released as heat during respiration. The rest is stored as ATP. Which of the following is not a function of ATP? ATP is store energy, produce energy, release energy, act as an energy source. Answer 2, produce energy is incorrect. Energy is producing inside the mitochondria. It is not a function of ATP. All these other things are functions of ATP. A wooden block of 200 kilogram floats on water. What is the upthrust force act on the block? If something is floating on water, always the upthrust is equal to the weight of that object. So we have to find the weight here by using this equation W equal mg. Here the mass given from kilograms. Always you have to substitute the mass from kilograms and multiply it with g, means the gravitational acceleration. The answer is 2000 Newton. Then that weight equal to the upthrust. Answer number 3. Next question, number 12. A longitudinal section of a flower is given below, which letters represent the place of pollen production and the place of ovule production. Place of pollen production is B and place of ovule production is D. Answer 2. B is the stigma. Sorry, uh, B is the anther and D is the ovary. Anther is the place where the pollens are producing, and ovary is the place where the ovules are producing. Main heat exchange method in solar water heater are the main heat exchanging methods are convection and radiation. Answer number 1, convection and radiation. If an ovum is not fertilized, the changes in uterus can be divided into 3 phases. Which of the above phase or phases can be affected by progesterone level in blood? Here the answer number 2 is correct. Menstrual phase and secretory phase is affecting by the progesterone level. The element P is in group 3 and third period in the periodic table. It has following properties. Electronic configuration is 283. It is correct because group 3 means in the outermost energy shell should have 3 electrons. Period 3 means it should have 3 energy levels. Now count number of electrons here. After adding all these together, we can see that there are 13 electrons. That means this is the aluminium. Then now we will think about aluminium and check the other answers. P element removes electrons and form P3 plus, correct, because Al3 plus is forming by removing these outermost electrons. P is more affinity to form acidic oxides. No, they are not forming. Aluminium is not forming acidic oxides. Always it is forming amphoteric oxide that show both acidic and basic properties. So answer A and B correct. Answer 1. Resistance of a domestic electric appliance is 200 ohm, if 2 ampere current pass through it, what is the power of the electric appliance? Normally, power is found by using P equal VI equation. P means the power, V voltage, and I means the current. But here the voltage has not given directly, so we have to use V equal IR equation to find the voltage. Here the I or current is 2 amperes, and the R means the resistance, it is 200 ohm. Then the answer is 400 volts. Now we can substitute the things to this equation. 400 volts multiply current is 2 amperes equals 800 watts, not volt, it is 800 watts. Answer 4. 17. Some oxides formed by the elements in third period of the periodic table are given below, which answer contain the ascending order of acidity of above oxides. From these things, magnesium oxide is a basic one, so acidity is very low. So B should be the last one, and ascending order of acidity means this one should be the first one because its acidity is very low and it is the smallest acidity. And next you have to select the next acidity. It's for aluminium oxide because it's amphoteric. Both properties are there, acidic and basic. Silicon oxide is showing the acidic properties, so it is the most acidic substance here. BCA answer 4 is correct. 18. AB is a light-weighted rod. The minimum moment of force to rotate the rod is rod at C is 20 Newton meters. If the rod used as a couple of forces, what is the minimum force that should be given at one end of the rod? To find that, first of all, we should know what is this X. What is this X? Then we'll find by using the equation of moment. Moment equal this force multiplied with the distance to the rotational axis. It is X. It is X. The moment has given here as 20. It is equal 20 into X. Then we can find X. The answer is X equal 1. That means the X is 1 meters. Now you know what is the amount of X here. Now add both to X together, then to X plus X 2X. That means 2 meters. The total length of this rod is 2 meters. Then when we are applying a couple of force, another 20 Newton force should apply from here. That is also 20 Newton. That is the meaning of couple of force. Same amount of forces are applied to opposite directions to take the same result. It is rotating into the anti-clockwise direction by these two forces. That's why we are telling it as couple of force. Now we will find the minimum force that should be given at the end of the rod. It is not 20 Newton. We have to find how can we take this previous moment, 20 Newton meters moment, by applying a kind of force here. It is not 20 Newton. We have to find what is the amount of force we have to give here to take that same amount of moment. Then we'll find it. Moment equal, it is equal one force. We will take the force as F. One force should multiply with the distance between the two forces, that is 2 meters. Then you can take the answer for F. It is equal to 20 divide 2. That means 10 Newton. 10 Newton is the answer. Answer number 1. 19. Salt production and cinnamon oil extraction are some of the main productions of Sri Lanka, which also contains accurate separation method. We know to produce cinnamon, there's only one method, that is steam distillation. But to separate salt, there are two methods. One is evaporation, the other one is crystallization. So answer number 2 is the correct one. An object moves 100 meters in a straight path and turns back and moves 30 meters along the same path. Total distance and displacement of that object in respectively are, here I'm going to draw that pathway, went 100 meters and again came back 30 meters, came back to this point, it is 30 meters. Then this is the starting point and this is the ending point. You know the distance means the total distance of the pathway that travel. Then he traveled 100 meters and 30 meters. So you have to add both together. 100 plus 30 is 130. And the displacement means the distance between starting and ending point. After subtracting 30 from 100, you can take this length, it is 70 meters. So answer number 2 is the correct answer. Next one, you have to find the frequency of this wave. You know, frequency means the number of oscillations per second. Then here we'll see how many oscillations are there within this 0.2 seconds. And this one is one oscillation. And this one is another oscillation. There are two oscillations during 0.2 seconds. Then if there are two oscillations in 0.2 seconds, how many oscillations are there for the 1 second? By doing this calculation, we can take the answer. The way is just while doing this fraction simplification, you have to multiply both from 10 to do it easily. Then in upper place, you can see there's 20. In this lower place, there's 10. After dividing 20 from 10, the answer is 10. In lower place, there's 2. After multiplying 0.2 into 10, it is 2. Then answer is 10 hertz. 10 hertz is the answer number 1. Next one, 22. Not a specific property of water for the contribution of maintaining the life. Answer is answer number 2. Act as non-polar solvent. It's not contributing to maintain the life. 23. In case of current leakage in domestic circuit, which device should be turned off to disconnect power supply? Answer 1. Overload circuit breaker. Question number 24. Following features are belong to several group of animal kingdom Animalia. You have to find these groups respectively. A. 4 chambered hard and complete double circulation only for the mammalia. Then you can select answer 1, 3 from that one, but we will read the others. B. Triploblastic, coelomic, and has a water vascular system for echinodermata. And body cover is moistened by mucus and body is not divided into segments. It is mollusca. Triploblastic, coelomic, some species possess wings. It is arthropoda. Answer number 3. 25. Correct statement regarding the setup given in the diagram is answer to number 2. Oxidation takes place at the zinc electrode. It is wrong. It is correct because here in this electrochemical cell, we have to find which one is doing the oxidation by considering the activity series. You know, the element the highest in the activity series is undergoing the oxidation. Here the zinc is higher than the copper, so zinc is doing oxidation, and we can see the zinc plate is dissolving. So answer 2, oxidation takes place at zinc electrode. 26. Force acting on an object and the frictional force, again it is plotted in a graph as follows. A, B, C in respectively are. In A part we can see while we are increasing our force, the frictional force also increasing accordingly. That means this A friction is the dynamic friction and B is the maximum friction value that can give. It is the limiting friction, and C is the friction that is not changing with our force. We are increasing our force, but this friction is not changing. That is called as static friction. Answer 4. 27. Four main types of chemical reactions are stated in the following chart. Which type of chemical reaction is suitable for the blank? Here, first one, A plus B into C means two things are combining to form a new one. It is the chemical combination reaction. A, B, C, D, A, C, B, D. Two compounds are sharing their things. That is double displacement reaction. Here AB plus C, BC and A is displacing. Only one thing is displacing. It is single displacement reaction. So to the blank we have to write chemical decomposition reaction. It has not given. In the decomposition reactions, one compound is decomposing into another substances. 28. Skin, lungs, kidney and main excretory organs of human body are main excretory organs of human body. Which excretory substance is released by all the excretory organs mostly is water. Answer 1. An object is in equilibrium under the action of three forces like 10, 25. What is the resultant force of the object at the equilibrium state? It is 0 Newton because if any object is in an equilibrium, there is no any resultant. That's why we are using the word equilibrium. So no resultant. Answer number 3. Answer number 4, 0 Newton. We are not doing the 30th question due to a problem in that. Question number 31. Function of the given neuron is carry impulses from sensory organ to central nervous system. Answer 1 because this is sensory neuron. Question number 32. Which of the following can be demonstrated by the given circuit? Answer 3. Action of the answer 1. Action of light sensitive switch because there's a LDR, that means light dependent resistor is here. 33. Some features of biochemical substances are given below. A. They are inorganic compounds. B. They transport through blood. They need in small concentrations. They stimulate target organs. Which are correct regarding hormones? Answer 4. B, C, D only correct. A is wrong because hormones are not inorganic, they are organic substances. Next one, 34. Given below is an illustrated diagram of an ionic compound. Name of the compound is, it is calcium chloride because in calcium chloride it has one calcium and two chloride ions. Here you can see two chloride ions with negative charges, and you know calcium is forming positive charge and it is 2 plus. Then after counting the number of electrons here, you can see there are 18 electrons, and these 2 plus show us that how many electrons have released from that to make this ion. That means 2 electrons have released. That means the total number of electrons it had previously is 20. You know the 20 electrons are there for calcium only. That's why we selected the answer 3, calcium chloride. 35. Following graph shows the typical population growth curve and growth curve of human population. Select the incorrect statement about A and B. Answer number 4. First phase of A and first phase of B shows different growth patterns. No, both are same. First phases of both growth curves are same. We see the other questions answers B shows the changing pattern in growth curve of human population. Correct. There's an unlimited growth you can see. That means no, it has not come to the carrying capacity yet. It is still growing. It's still growing. That is the human population. A shows A shows the changing pattern in growth curve of typical population. It is correct. In A, constant number of organisms can be seen after a definite time period. Correct, because the number of organisms have come to the carrying capacity finally. That means there's constant number of organisms now. Select the correct graph that can be obtained by the cathode ray oscilloscope in the given circuit. This circuit is using when we want to rectify a alternate current into a direct current. It is the half wave rectification, answer number 1. By using this circuit, we can do the half wave rectification. So answer number 1 is the correct answer here. Consider the following statement and the reason regarding aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. You know, aerobic respiration means the respiration done by using oxygen. In anaerobic respiration, oxygen is not using. Let's see. Organisms receive more energy by aerobic respiration than anaerobic respiration. It is correct. Reason: glucose molecules break down partially during anaerobic respiration. That means the glucose is break down until the alcohol in anaerobic respiration is a partial one, but in the aerobic respiration, glucose molecule break down completely into carbon dioxide. So, reason also correct. Answer number 3 is the correct one. Statement is correct. Reason explains it. Question number 38. By using electroplating method, B metal is protected as the cathode by using the metal A. It is cathodic protection. Select the correct setup for that. Here, to protect something as a cathode, then we have to connect it to the cathode. That means to the negative terminal of the cell. In second one, you can see the B metal has connected to the negative terminal, and always the thing that you want to plate on the other metal should connect it to the positive terminal. And also to the as the solution, we have to select the salt of the metal that we want to plate on the uh, object we want to protect. Then we have to take a salt of A, and also the B should connect it to the negative terminal to act as the cathode. So answer number 2 is the correct answer here. 39. X and Y are two identical balloons, X filled with air and tied up with a thread. X balloon is connected to Y using a tube. When the knot at X releases, some statements regarding the pressure in X and Y balloons are given below. A. Air flows from X to Y until the pressure at both balloons become equal. It is correct. Pressure inside the balloons are greater than the atmosphere. Also correct. A and B are the correct answers. C is wrong. If X is dipped in water container, air flows further to Y balloon. It is incorrect. A and B only are correct. 40. Consider the following statements on environmental pollution. All types of environmental pollutants are hazardous. Correct. B. Pollution of one natural resource interconnected with pollution of another natural resource. It also correct. All influences affect on human society are depend only on the environmental pollution. No, it is incorrect. Only A and B are correct. Answer number 1. This is the end of today's MCQ discussion. Thank you for watching and subscribe the channel to watch more videos like this.